Yeah, man, this is a pretty important information. It's the 26th February 2022. It's Kevin Christian. Um, you hear me talking a lot. If you listen to my videos or whatever, then you know that I talk about who has my I'm such and such has, or this girl I know, she has my neural monitoring. Okay, um, people don't get a clear understanding of what exactly neural monitoring is. So let me just break it down, and I'm gonna tell you why I know that somebody has my neural monitoring. Okay, and kind of how that works. All right, so neural monitoring. All right, every human has a neurological broadcast frequency. You have a unique EMF signature frequency, every human. Even, I think, I would say, even unborn humans whom are growing inside of a woman would still have, at some point, they would start to have a neurological broadcast frequency, maybe even as far as while they were still inside the man, okay, before the experience happened. So maybe, I don't know for a fact, but I've heard some gang stalkers try to say that, that I don't let nobody on my neural monitoring except for me and my girl and my guys. Okay, that's what that means. So I don't know if that's true. I can't verify that, but I can tell you that every person has a unique neurological broadcast frequency, EMF signature frequency, and that is how neural monitoring works. Okay, there's a satellite broadcast system, a whole bunch of satellites orbiting the Earth, and EMF working the electromagnetic field of Earth. Okay, it's like an energy field around the whole planet, works the same as a network of cell phone towers. That would be, the infrastructure for a cellular network. And if you call me and it hits the tower to tower to tower, and then back to your phone from my phone tower, 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 your phone. All right, so satellite, electromagnetic field of Earth, unique EMF broadcast, neurological broadcast frequency of a human. All right, so the satellite system is reading every person, and every person is on neural monitoring. All right, so it really becomes just a matter of possession and access. All right, so let's move on to that. You got possession, meaning you have access and control and possession of your neurological broadcast frequency account slash interface online on the internet. You would look at it like a social media or something like that. Look at it like if you were to go on a Facebook account, right? You, if it's your account, you go on Facebook account and it's your account, then you have possession of and control over your account, and you can set up the settings how you want to. If you want to block these people, you can block them. If you want to let these particular people only see certain stuff, you can do that. You can disconnect completely, or you can make all kind of connections and let this person have access to all your private information. If you want, you could set it up how you want to. And so neural monitoring is going to have an interface, and it's very much like that. Okay, by default, you have to come to this conclusion to notice, and they everything that they're accessing is online. So this satellite broadcast system for mind control neural monitoring is integrated with an interface online where you can gain access to that if you know how to get to it, and you can get to it. Then at that point, you can take control and possession of your neural monitoring. All right, so that's the possession part. All right, so now you get access. You want to have all of your. You're gonna have to have somebody help you. Probably, there's probably some people that have gotten it otherwise, but you're gonna have all your privacy and security protocols in order, and you're gonna have some, probably some experience with hacking a little bit, maybe, unless somebody shows it to you and gives it to you, gives you the access and shows you how to do it. But if you're just on a hunt, you're going to have some experience, and you're going to have some opposition with people that do have access already, trying to keep you from gaining access. So they're going to try to keep you on public web instead of private internet, where you're, getting on local hosts and being able to explore the individual people around here and there everywhere, rather than just like mainstream websites. So that's public internet. You don't want to be on private internet. So once you get on private internet and you have everything configured correctly, then you got a far greater chance of gaining access to neural monitoring, at which point you can take control and possession of your own because it is yours. And it is your neurological broadcast frequency. And for somebody else to own or possess that is slavery and human trafficking by definition, really. It really is slavery and it really is human trafficking. So now you get access, you take possession of your account, your interface, your neurological broadcast social media account. Now you have neural monitoring, at which point you can decide how to go about using it, whether or not you want to be connected to people, you want to become an idiot gang stalker, running around like a little hologram torturing people, however you want to do that. So, all right, moving forward. Like I know a lot of gang stalkers, and that's one of the reasons that my insight about this is pretty advanced, I would say, for a targeted person. You don't find anybody talking about broadcast and how this actually works like I have been for many years. And I'm not bragging, but I'm saying people have a huge misconception of a lot of different things. And a lot of people will tell you, oh, no way, only the FBI or only the government can have this. And obviously, if that were true, I wouldn't know a bunch of people that ended up having it. And I do know people that ended up having it. I know people that have had it. I know people that got it since I've known about it. I know people that have gotten it since then. I've met other people that have it. So, there's one particular girl that I knew that has possession of mine. And the reason I know that is because she initiated this whole gang stalking thing, and it collaborated with life events very closely. And over the years, okay, and let me say this first. These people who I'm talking about that are gang stalkers, they have their neural monitoring. They have access, they have control over their own profile. They're able to make connections and do all this stuff. Like, you can't just talk to somebody on artificial telepathy. You can't just broadcast on mind control, connect to a hologram to the concert downtown, to the Super Bowl. You can't do that. Okay, if you could do that, that means you had access to your neural monitoring and you were able to set that up in the settings and do that. But you don't have that. So, but these people, they do have that. They can come onto your channel, onto your profile, your neurological broadcast frequency, unique EMF signature frequency profile, social media profile, mind control, neural monitoring profile. They can come onto that by being able to make that connection because they can access yours, right? And theirs. You got to make that connection. You got to accept that friend request. You got to accept the terms of the privacy levels of what can this person access? Do I want this person screaming at me in stupid girl voices and turning on high-pitched frequencies and, mutilating my body with microwave broadcasts while I try to sleep? No. Let me turn them off. Let me disconnect from them. Blocked. You're blocked. Okay, so they have access to their own neural monitoring. That is how they do this. That is why you hear about this happening to millions of people around the world. Thousands of people on YouTube, more every day. It's not a coincidence that every page I create, every group I create, every channel I create, they go one direction. They go one direction and it gets bigger and bigger and bigger. It's because more and more people are having access to neural monitoring and more people are using it in malicious ways and more people are becoming targeted because they don't have access and control over their own neural monitoring. So, they're talking about breaking my phone right now. So it's like the most common threat when I start talking like this, because I'm telling you the real truth, and it's very logical if you understand very much. You start thinking about it, and it's how it has to work. And I can tell you from experience that I know for certain that this is how it works. Now, let me tell you why I truly believe and pretty well know that. Because I know who started targeting me. And this girl, I'm not the only neural monitoring she possesses. Okay? She obviously has her own, but she has mine. She has several people from my families. And then I've known people that she gave neural monitoring to that ended up becoming gang stalkers on my channel that hacked all into my stuff, that I've gotten enough evidence against them to verify that these things have happened. As far as running live streams on my Facebook and integrating my social media accounts into their own little things to run live streams and do gang stalking EMF broadcast live streams. All right, these are all people that were associated with her. Everybody who's ever been on my channel has been associated with her. It all started with her. Okay, and I've known people that she had on target on remote neural monitoring that ended up getting their neural monitoring from her. Okay, and coincidentally received a large sum of cash at that same time. So what's that all about? So, you know, there's not been any exceptions, except for, you know, like one time I could recall an exception where somebody that I know is not associated with him was able to come on my channel, but they were trying to tell me something. They were trying to tell me something, and I know that they were like, "You're going to let me on his channel, or I'm going to give it to him right now." And so he had that leverage, and so I know that this person is. I believe that this person is somebody I could call a friend, and that if there could be some meeting of the minds, that they would help me. I believe that. I truly believe that, because I truly believe that they're not a bad person, and I would not guess ever probably that they would be a gang stalker. Okay, but everybody else associated, and then people that I associate with suddenly become a person of interest to this same girl that has my neural monitoring. And this has been a very consistent thing over many years. This is not something I thought of last month, and this has been going on for some weeks. Okay, this has been going on for many years. Since 2013 is when I realized that I was being hacked. In 2014, started having broadcasts and artificial telepathy stuff. 2015, it became full time. Okay, and everybody that's ever been involved is directly associated with her. All right, so I know that she has possession and control over my neural monitoring. And I know that gang stalkers have possession and control over their own neural monitoring, and they don't allow people to do horrible stuff to them. So I know that it's a thing that you can have control over. All right, and I'm so public. I'm so public about this, and it's almost an embarrassment for me, because I don't want to mix up this and my personal life. I don't. But it's hard to keep it from happening that way. But so I try to become more professional and, you know, find myself in a better position. That way, you're more, you have more credibility. And so I'm going to have as much as I can, because I know what I'm talking about, and I'm not lying about any of it, and I've never been lying about it. So, you know, you would think, I don't know, man. I don't know what these get. Listen, there's some things I want to say about all this too. When somebody's on your neural monitoring, and you know who has possession of your neural monitoring, and the people that are on your neural monitoring, accessing your neural monitoring, that are associated with the person that has control and possession over your neural monitoring, and they're physically attacking you, mutilating your body, torturing you, and doing live streams, and making money, and hurting you really bad, and stealing your life, and hurting your family, and stealing your health. They're hurting you. And this is how you can come logically, and by default, you can only conclude, if you think it through, that there is a conspiracy to murder you, or to hurt you, to suppress you, because these people have gotten together and planned out that they are going to do this stuff to you. Really. Okay, and they don't want you to get your neural monitoring because they've done a lot of things to you. But there's somebody that has your neural monitoring. They have possession and control over it, just like they have possession and control over yours. All right, and like I said, I'm very public. So over the years, you know, there's many, many gang stalkers that hate me for coming out, and you guys know it. You guys know it, because when you try to contact me, or you try to subscribe to me, or they're always trying to get in the way of that. They don't want me talking to you. directly, especially. They don't even want you watching my videos. They do everything they can to try to suppress this relationship. Even if it's just you watching my videos and never even making a comment, they're probably stalling the videos and doing everything they can, try to make me not appear in your suggested stuff or whatever. They don't want you finding out what's really going on. Right? They all hate me. These gang stalkers that have a lot to lose, that have been doing this horrible torture, and they make money off of this live streams, and they love to know everybody's business and be connected to whoever they want unconsensually. They don't want you talking to me. And if they had a chance, if just anybody could come on to my neural monitoring anytime, I'd have 1,000 people torturing me and trying to kill me, talking to me over artificial telepathy and everything else. I got the same people consistently, and I knew some of them. And the rest of them are part of the same group. The same people for all these years. It's no coincidence. Okay? Somebody owns and possesses your neural monitoring because they think that slavery and human trafficking is okay. They want to possess your neural monitoring, control you, destroy you, kill you, whatever the circumstance. Okay? They want to possess your neural monitoring for many reasons. All right? And that's how I know that this girl that I say has my neural monitoring, yes, she really does. She really does have my neural monitoring. And it is her that have let these guys have access to my neural monitoring. And when I find people with my groups and stuff integrated into some off-the-wall looking Facebook page where they're running EMF broadcast live streams, some type of thing that you can't create. You can't use my profile on your profile. You can't use my pages on my groups on your profile. They can't be integrated. All right, I've had things popping up on my Facebook where it's like connection and showing different IPs and different things, little interface right at the top, up under my profile picture, a whole interface to start the live streams when they want to. Right, I found way too much stuff. Right, and I know when I find that kind of all this type of stuff, and it's directly linked to somebody who's like a very close person to this girl that has my neural monitoring, it just solidifies everything. And over time, you could come up with way more than a theory on how this works. If you knew, like I knew from day one. I knew from day one who was doing this to me. I knew from day one. Okay, and they started doing this to me because I started finding out things. And anybody I've associated with has become an interest, a person of interest to this girl. All right, and I can't shake her out of my life or get my neural monitoring. And she's got the nastiest gang stalkers doing the most horrible torture on my channel, on my neurological broadcast frequency with connections unconsensually and able to physically attack my body. And it is 100% a conspiracy to murder. It is 100% a conspiracy to suppress me, to murder me, to destroy my life, to get rid of me by any means. And I know that she has my neural monitoring. All right, and when you know that somebody has your neural monitoring and you gather up all this evidence, you start putting yourself in a position to do something about it legally, publicly, and everything else, that's where you start. You start with what you know for sure. So these couple of guys that are on my channel, some of the guys that come on and off my channel, I do know, but these main couple of guys, I didn't know them before, but they're part of her group. All right, but I pretty well know who they are and who a lot of the group is, but I don't know exactly. I can't go and file a thing and say this person's full name. Okay, but I do know some names to start with. And I know who has possession and control over my neural monitoring. And I could put way more than 1,000 coincidences together to make it look real bad in a courtroom situation. And that is the intention. And they know that. And that's why they're trying to make all my teeth fall out and trying to blind me with broadcasts every day. And right now, the inside of my lips are burned. You know, and they're attacking my genitals and my knees and ankles. And they want to make me disabled, crippled, and look like a crackhead to be less credible and incapable. Because they got a lot to lose because I know too much and I'm putting myself in a position. And I'm starting with what I know. Thank you for watching.